Hello guys, welcome to my tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to solve Information and Communication Technology, May June 2024, 0417, Cambridge IGCSE. We're going to do the database task. Choose task, which is task 3. Okay, you are now going to prepare a report. Dates are to be imported in the format day, month, year. Use database software to import the file j2421child.csv as a new table. Use these field names and data types. So open your database package. In this case, I'm using Microsoft Access. Click once here, blank database. Now it's important to remember where you're saving your database. So click on this folder icon. I want to save my database inside my support files. So I will look for my folder. Okay, this is paper 21. You can give it a name if you like and save it. Then click on create. Close the default table. To import that file, go to external data, new data source, from file, choose text file when you're importing CSV file. So that file was a CSV file. We're going to use text file. Click on browse and locate your file. So let's counter check the file. We're importing j2421child.csv. So this file here, open, click OK. Go next. So here guys, remember to tick this. First row contains field names. Go next. Click on advanced. Here the date must be day, month, and year. So make sure it's DMY. And let's check for the data types that have been given here. So we need to use these. So the first 4 fields are text. In Microsoft Access 365, it's going to appear as short text. So that's fine. Then the next two are date with time, which is okay. The food allergy should be Boolean. Now Boolean in Microsoft Access means yes or no. So you need to change this. To change this, click in the data type field, click on the arrow, and then change it to yes or no. So yes or no means the same thing as Boolean. All right, so we proceed. The last 3 should be short text. So the last 3 are, these 2 are short text. We need to change this one to short text. Click OK. Go next. Here they've told us to use child ID as a primary key. So click on choose my own primary key, set it to child ID, or next, click on finish. Close. So our table has been imported. Now one thing I'd like to do is I'll just open and quickly check through my data. You can see this food allergy is displaying as tick marks. In the question paper, they give an example here. This must display as yes or no. Okay, so we need to correct that. So to correct this is very easy to do. So go in design view. You can either go to home and choose design view, or you can right click on the table name and choose design view. Click on the field that you want to change to yes or no. The field that is displaying tick marks, so in this case it is food allergy. Okay, then format here is this arrow here. Click there and choose yes or no. This is not enough. We need to click on lookup here, change checkbox to text box. So choose text box. All right, then save. Right click here and save. Go back to datasheet view, and you see that this now displays yes or no. So you can save this and then close it. Next, place in your evidence document a screenshot showing the field names, data types, and primary key. All right, so let's quickly open our evidence document. Okay, our evidence document is open, so just click on enable editing, and let's take our screenshot. So open this table in design view. Right click on the table and open it in design view. Now to take a screenshot, you can search for the snip tool. Snip, click on 2, it's taking a bit of time to load. There we go. Click on new. And you want to also include the table name. Okay, so be careful when taking the screenshot. Also include the primary key. So I'll snip it from here, nice and neat. It's already copied to the clipboard for me. I just need to go and paste in the evidence document. Now I haven't done document production and the previous tasks before database, so I wasn't following the order of the evidence. Okay, so I'll just paste it in evidence 1 for learning purposes only. So in the actual exam, you need to follow the evidence document sequentially as it has been given, because you'll be starting from task 1, working your way down to the last task. Yeah. So let's paste this. So there we have it. Make sure your screenshot is visible. Import the file j2421 bookings.tsv as a new table in your database. Use these field names and data types and create a primary key field called ID. All right. So we need to create a primary key field called ID, and we need to import this bookings table. This is easy. So let's close this child's table Go to external data, same procedure, new data source from. Again, it's a CSV file, so choose text file, browse, and bookings. Click open, click OK. Go next. Make sure to tick this. First row contains field names. Next, click on advanced. The date is day, month, year, and let's check for data types. The first three are text. The next two are dates with time, and the last one is text. So let's change that. Okay, everything is okay. Everything is in order. So we click OK there. Now we go next. Choose my own primary key. Remember the question here said use these field names and data types and create a primary key field called ID. So we will let Access create this ID for us because the question said so. So we go next and click on finish. Close. That's done. Here, placing your evidence document, a screenshot showing the field names, data types, and primary key. So that's easy. But we haven't done something here. We need to change the dates to hour and minute format. That's easy to do as well. So right click on the bookings table and open it in design view. Click on dates with time. In the format section here, just type HH and MN. Press enter. So it will be a short date, and do the same for end time. HH MM. Press enter and save this. And we need to take a screenshot of this. All right, so again, open your snip tool and snip your table nice and neat and paste that in your evidence document. Create a one-to-many relationship between the child ID field in the child and bookings tables. Okay. So we need to create a one-to-many relationship. Close this. And to create relationships, make sure you click on Datasheet Tools tab. Okay. Then you're going to see relationships. Click there. And you're going to see the tables here, extreme right. Get to your extreme right. So sometimes you won't see these. It will be something like this, but don't panic. Just right click anywhere, then click on show tables. This should pop up. So you can double click on each table to open it, and make sure you can see all the fields. And we are creating a one-to-many relationship between child ID in the bookings table. So click and hold the child ID and then drag it and point it. Make sure it points at the other child ID. So they will usually tell you the fields to link. All right. So in this case, they've told us it's child ID and child ID. Right. So click, hold, drag, point at the given field. In this case, it's child ID. Release, and this should pop up. Let me try to enforce referential integrity and click on create. Now, what referential integrity means, guys, simply means the fields that are in the child ID table in childs, and the data that's in the child ID field in the child's table, and the data which is in the bookings table in the child ID field must be the same. All right. If not, then it is going to violate referential integrity. So let's create. So the data is the same, so it's going to accept and it's going to append a 1 here to many. Okay, so one child, okay, can have many bookings. That's what that means. So right click and save this and close. I think we might need evidence for that. So placing evidence document screenshot showing the one-to-many relationship between the tables. So we need to snip that. So go back to database tools, click on relationships. That pops up, and open your snip 2. Take a screenshot and paste that in your evidence document. Here, using fields from the child and bookings tables, produce a tabular report that selects the records where day is Monday, session is morning or sunrise, contains a new field called total times, which is calculated at run time. Here they've given the formula total time equals the end time minus start time multiplied by 24. Then we're going to format this field as a numeric value to 1 decimal place. Okay, so now Cambridge will not tell you to create a query before creating a report. So you always need to know that if you're creating a report like this where you have to filter out the data, you're going to create a query first. And for you to select the fields, you first need to kind of ignore these first parts, because those comes after we select the fields that we need. So we need to come to this section where we need to select the fields that we need to include in our report. So first, for now, we need to skip and select our fields, then we come back to the first bullet point and the second. So go to your database, we can close this relationship, go to create query wizard. Remember, we're creating a query first before we can create the report, but they did not tell us, of course, in the paper that create a query first, so we need to know that ourselves. Click OK, and let's select the fields. So we need child ID, first name, last name, DOB. So we need child ID, first name, last name, DOB. We also need day, session, start time, end time. Okay, we need session, start time, end time. What else do we need? We need total time. Now you notice that this total time is a new field which we're going to create, so this does not exist in our tables yet. And food allergy in this order, so we need to select food allergy, should be in child's, here it is, and then we can go next, modify query design, finish. Okay, first let's create our total times here. Okay, so this blank area, so the field name is total time, which is calculated at run time. So this will be the formula. Okay, total time will be end time and start time multiplied by 24. So here you type it as it has been given, total underscore time. Then after the name of a new field, you need to add a colon. Then we need to follow board math, just like math. So open bracket, and we need to add these square brackets for the fields that exist in our query. So it will be formula is given by this: end time minus start time. Okay, so make sure you spell it exactly the same as it appears in the fields. End underscore time, so that's 1, then minus start underscore time, that's 2, then we close order of operation, BODMAS. Okay, so whatever will be brackets would be computed first, then things after the bracket will follow, right? So then multiplied by 24, then hit enter. Okay, so this contains a new field. We've created this. Format this field to display as a numeric value to 1 decimal place. So this must be a numeric value. So right click and then go to properties. The format, we'll set this to okay, we can expand this. We'll set it to just a general number. Okay, again, right click, let's go to properties. Okay, let's set it to just a general number. And let's save this query, run. And we can see that it is set to 1 decimal place, which is okay. Okay, save this, close the query, and we need to do this. So we need to open our query, select the records where day is Monday, session is morning or sunrise club. Okay, day is Monday. So open your query in design view. So the day should be Monday. You type Monday here under criteria. You press enter. Session is morning or sunrise club. Session morning or sunrise club. Press enter as well. Run the query, and you can see we have 43 records, which is fine. Right click save, then we can use that now to create our report. So it should be a tabular report. Design view, and we can do one more thing here. Sort the data into descending order of session and ascending order of date of birth. Okay, descending order of session and ascending order of date of birth. So sort session, descending and ascending order of date of birth, like that. Let's save this, close and create report wizard. make sure you've selected the query that you created and not the table. So query, take all the fields, go next. Go next. Do you want to add any groupings? No. Next. So it's already sorted anyway. So session descending and date of birth should be ascending. So next. It's a tabular report. We go next. Then let's go to modify report design, finish. Our report has been created. Now we can redesign it. Let's see how it looks like in report view. So you can see some fields are not visible, and I doubt if this is in order. So let's quickly format this. Go to right click, go to design view. Just expand your report so that you've got space to work with. And let's see our order. So we need to have first child ID, first name, last name, and DOB. So let's expand this. Hold control. So select this, the first one. Hold control, select the bottom one. So the first one is the field name. The second part represents the actual data. So we can expand this. And we can move this to time. Click here, hold control on your keyboard. You can move this a little bit, so this will be the last. So here you just need to really just format it nicely so everything is nice. So session is after day. So we can move this session and put it here after day. Child ID should be first. DOB must be after last name. DOB, day, session, start time, end time, total time, and then food allergy. So this report is in order. So for putting these fields in order, you get a mark for that. So please make sure you get that mark. It's easy. We save this. Now let's check it in report view. Okay, this is what we have. So we can go now into layout view and make sure everything looks nice. So this date must show. You can move this a bit. Okay. So you want to make sure you don't have too many spaces, and make sure everything is fully visible. So make sure you don't have a lot of space between the fields, because that will affect your printing. But make sure these do not overlap. So you select the data first, you hold Control, you select the field name, you hold Control, you select one data item, then you can easily move these. Then we can go back to design view. Right click, design view, and get rid of this extra space. Get rid of this extra space here. Save your report. And you can see do not group the data. Sort the data into ascending order of session. This is done. Fits on a single page width. So the width must fit on a single page. Has an orientation of landscape. So let's make sure. So orientation. Job entropy. Layouts in preview. Okay, so this needs to be a landscape. Design view. So the layout here in print preview, make sure it's landscape so that it prints everything. You can see this one fits on a single page wide. So let's save this and includes only the title, Monday, morning groups, displayed in large font size, fully visible, and center aligned at the top of the page. So you need to type that. So this must be center aligned at the top. So you go home, then center that text. Okay. Has your name, center number, and candidate number in the footer of the report so that it appears in the same position on every page. So that's important, guys. Your work may not be marked if you don't add your name, center number, and candidate number. So you need to go and design view like this. And you want to put your name in the page footer, okay? Okay, so you go to report design and add a label. Draw your label there in the page footer and add your name. Center number. And candidate number. Save your report, check it out, and so there is your name, center number, and candidate number. So that's the end of the report. You're now going to create a data entry form. The form will contain radio buttons for the user to select one option. Data from the selected option must be stored in a new field that you create in the child tab table, right? Okay, so insert a new field in the child table named element ID, which will be used to store data from radio buttons. Set the most appropriate data type. So you get this. We close our report. So let's go to the child's table. We'll open it in design view and create a new field called element. So this will be used to create radio buttons. Now radio buttons will only hold numeric data. So change this data type to be a number. Yeah, save this. Which will be used to store data from radio buttons. Set the most appropriate data type. Place in your evidence document a screenshot showing the field names and data type used in the child's table. So again, you create another screenshot. So capture a screenshot. Place that in your evidence document. Place in your, alright, that's done. Create a column of data entry form using selected fields from the child's table that includes only the fields: last name, first name, child ID, gender, DOB, birth date, and food allergy. Displays as one record at a time. Okay, so we'll save this, close, and then go to create form wizard. So we need first name, last name. Okay, I think how's the order? Let's check. It is last name, first name, child ID. So last name, first name, child ID, gender, DOB, grade, food allergy. Okay, next. It's a column form. Next. Modify and finish. That's our form. All right. Okay. Child, just call it child table form. I'm okay with that. Or to control, I'll just reduce the size of this. Okay, now let's go to layout view. So it looks like this. Placing your evidence document, the screenshot showing your form in a form with a record from the database displayed. Okay, so there's a record there, so we can take our screenshot. So this is evidence. Paste your evidence in there, guys, and you move on. So in the form created in step 15, create 5 group ready buttons. The user must be able to select one of the following options: asthma, diabetes, and all these. All right, so let's create the ready buttons. So let's go in design view. I'll just add a space for me to add the ready buttons. Form design, then ready buttons, you choose this option group and click, hold and drag, and this should open up. Now we need to type in these. Okay, so now I have the privilege to copy and paste, but you will have to type these in yourself. Okay. Then after typing in your option group, go next. Do you want one option to be the default choice? Let's go back to the question. The options list must be stored and displayed in the ailment ID field of the child's table. Label this option group ailment. Make sure that the radio buttons are grouped as one option group with the label element, and the option selected is stored in the element ID field of the child table. All labels in the form are aligned to the left consistently and do not overlap other data in the form. Okay, so placing your evidence document screenshot showing the radio buttons grouped as one option group with the label element, evidence of your method of linking this group to the element ID field. All right, so let's do that. So at this point, no default. Okay, let's go next. Next. So this is the evidence of linking. Okay, store this value in this field. So we'll store this in this field. Check evidence of this because they want to see the method that you use to link the radio buttons to the field, right? So check evidence. Let's go next. Next. So call this option group by this name, element. Finish. This is what we have. Use the form modified in step 16 to add the following data as a new record in the child table. All right, so we need to add this. Okay, we need to go into report form view, and we go to the last record, go next, and then we add this. So the name is Lambert. Gender is female. Check your data entry for errors. Save the data. Placing evidence document. A screenshot of the form with a new record displayed in full. So we need a screenshot of this as well. Check your screenshot and place this in your evidence document. Open the child table. Use an automated selection method to locate the new record you entered in step 17 with the child ID. Okay, so copy this. So you need to type it out, but I've got the privilege to copy. Place in your evidence document, screenshot showing the use of an automated selection method to find the record. The new record stored in a child table with all 11 fields displayed in full. Okay, so we go into the child's table. We click in child ID, do Ctrl F. So we're looking for this child ID, so we go find next, and this is the method, and this is the data. So we take a screenshot. So that is it for the database task. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I hope this was helpful. Thank you.